My daughter Lily died on a rainy Tuesday in March. She was only 7. A car accident. Quick, senseless. The kind that leaves you hollow. We had her cremated because she loved the idea of being scattered somewhere beautiful, like the sea or a meadow, but I couldn't bring myself to do it right away. The urn sat on the mantel for months, a small white box that seemed too heavy for what was left of her. That's when I met the artist. His name was Elias Crow. He reached out through an old mutual friend after hearing about Lily. Said he specialized in memorial pieces, paintings that incorporated a loved one's essence. Not just ashes and resin, he told me over coffee in a quiet cafe. I mix them into the pigments. The color becomes unique, alive with their memory. It sounded poetic, almost healing. He showed me photos of his work, soft landscapes, portraits where the subject seemed to glow from within. I was grieving, desperate for anything that felt like keeping her close. I agreed. He asked for a small amount of the ashes, just enough for one painting. I gave him a teaspoon from the urn, sealed in a vial. He promised to create something she would have loved, a meadow under a starry sky, with wild flowers she used to pick. It'll be her, he said, part of her forever on canvas. I left feeling lighter than I had in months. Weeks passed. Elias sent updates, sketches, color tests. The tones were unusual, warm golds and deep purples that shifted in the light. The ashes add depth, he explained. They catch the eye in ways regular paint never could. I didn't question it. Grief makes you trust strange things. Then the painting arrived. Came in a plain wooden crate, wrapped carefully. I unwrapped it in the living room, alone. The canvas was larger than I'd expected, 3 feet wide. A vast meadow at twilight, stars beginning to prick the sky. Wild flowers dotted the grass, vivid and delicate. In the center, a small figure, a child in a white dress, back turned, hair catching the last light. It looked exactly like Lily. The colors were impossible. The purples in the sky held flecks that shimmered like embers. The greens in the grass seemed to breathe. I stared for hours. It felt alive. Too alive. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept the painting covered in the hallway, but around 3 a.m., I heard it. A faint scratching, like fingernails on canvas. I told myself it was settling wood, the house cooling. But the next morning, I uncovered it. A single wildflower in the foreground had changed. Its petals were slightly more open, as if blooming overnight. I laughed it off, light playing tricks. Grief hallucinations. Maybe. The changes continued, subtle at first. The child's dress rippled as if in a breeze that wasn't there. The stars brightened. One evening, as I sat staring, the figure turned. Just a fraction. Her profile now visible. It was Lily's face, but older, sadder. I backed away, heart hammering. I called Elias. He sounded calm. Sometimes the essence lingers, he said. It finds its way through the paint. She's saying goodbye in her own time. I wanted to believe him. I needed to, but the scratching grew louder every night. Not random, rhythmic, like someone trying to get out. I started sleeping with the lights on, the painting facing the wall. One morning I found smudges on the canvas, tiny fingerprints, child-sized, pressed from the inside, as if someone had pushed against the paint from within. I touched them. The surface was warm. I confronted Elias at his studio. It was a converted warehouse on the edge of town, dim, cluttered with canvases. He was working on another piece, brush in hand. I demanded answers. He set the brush down slowly. I use what they give me, he said, but sometimes the ashes aren't just color. They're memory, pain. They want to be seen. He showed me his arms, faint scars, like brush strokes etched into skin. I've painted with many. They all leave something behind. I left shaken. That night, the scratching became knocking, soft, insistent. I uncovered the painting. The child was facing forward now, eyes wide, mouth open in a silent scream. The meadow had darkened, flowers wilted, sky bruised. And in the paint, faint lines appeared, words, scratched in. Let me out. My hands shook as I covered it again, but the knocking didn't stop. I tried to destroy it. Took a knife to the canvas in the backyard at midnight. The blade slid off like it was cutting water. The paint reformed, the figure staring at me, pleading. I dropped the knife and ran inside, locked every door. It's been weeks. The painting hangs in the attic now, wrapped in blankets, face to the wall, but I still hear it. The scratching, the faint whispers through the floorboards, my name, then hers, Lily. Sometimes I catch myself standing outside the attic door, listening, wondering if she's trapped in there, or if part of her always was. I don't know what Elias did exactly, if he mixed the ashes wrong, or if he knew. All I know is the painting isn't finished, and whatever's in it, it's still trying to finish itself.